Hello, and welcome back to Space Marine 2. Right, so last time we found that we're fighting the true enemy behind all of this, which is the Chaos Space Marines.
They cried out my name, but I stayed hidden. My position, my rank, my life is worth more than theirs. I am of the Adeptus Administratum. I am of the Departamento Exector. I pay for the war. I am instrumental. I pass on the tithes. I open the purse that keeps our defense guns charged. Oh, they told the cultists where I'm hiding.
I think we're going to be in ranged battles against armoured enemies, so I'm going to try this instead of the heavy. Maybe it'll be more impactful. But yeah, funnily enough, the army I collect isn't exactly this, but I collect, well, the main army that I started out collecting, and it's certainly my largest army. Oh god, they are going right onto me here. Come on, dodge, get out of there. So that's a real one that had just walked up to me. Chiron, you have to stop walking in front of the gun. Bloody hell, now what's shooting me?
That heresy has infected my very eyes.
Yep, we're down. But yeah, I used to collect Forces of Chaos. So I have a large Black Legion army and a Demons of Khorne army. That said, now when I started collecting them, it was all just Chaos, and you got the Chaos Codex. So I had some demons as well. And there'd just be alternate troop choices for you. And the actual only difference in demons, if I remember correctly, this is how unfleshed out Chaos were. Oh, and it'd been the Plasma Incinerator. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, the only difference was you would feel there were lesser demons and there were greater demons. And each would get a mark of the Chaos Gods. And why can't I move to the right? Oh, there we go. I didn't think I was around that pillar.
There is more fighting you.
I hate how they keep teleporting about. Right, get here. They don't seem particularly great in close quarters, so I think if I can just close in on them. I should, but they seem to be very dangerous at range.
You told Akaran the Mechanicus must be stopped. Why? The artifact we saw in those classified files may be of Chaos origin.
Why wasn't it destroyed?
It is immensely powerful. They believe they can control it.
You're just gonna hand it over to us. Let it continue.
These are my orders. It matters not. Kill them! Let us tear off their limbs.
So yeah, it used to be that you would just give them a different mark. Here we go.
Sustained by that altar, no doubt.
Yeah, we're going down on this. So you'd call in demons and they'd just have different marks of chaos. So the Tzeentch mark, for example, if I remember correctly, would give you the Tzeentch mark will give you an additional I think it gave you +1 on your invulnerability save. So all demons in the rule set do not have armor. They have literally 0 armor value. But instead they get an invulnerability shield. I guess to represent, you know, that they're literally made from matter from another realm and are protected by demon magic or some nonsense. But when you played as them in the game, it's like, yeah, they ended up being all of them extremely squishy as a result. But the thing is invulnerability saves can still be used no matter what, pretty much, unless the weapon hitting them inflicts instant death. So unless you're against an instant death weapon, or I think something that has double their toughness in its strength value. So if you hit them with essentially an anti-tank weapon, it'll just kill them. But that meant that what would normally pierce their armor and prevent them from having an armor save wouldn't. They'd always have an invulnerability save. So they were actually stronger against armies with like big powerful weapons like space marines. So you didn't actually have to have a difference between models. Like as long as they were demonic looking, you could use any demon models and just give them a different mark of chaos, which is just you write down on the paper, oh, these have got the mark of Tzeentch, or +1 to invulnerability. They've got the mark of Khorne for +1 attack, and so on and so forth. I don't think we've actually found a Medicae stim in about half an hour. That's just how little they pass those out. Like they just don't give you those. They really should. Like between checkpoints, I should be able to get full health. Anyway. Yeah. So there wasn't actually much difference, but then they decided, oh, they have put a Medicae stim down. My mistake. They do exist.
It seems alive. If it lives, then let us teach it of pain and death.
Right, that looks about all the supplies we're getting.
It reeks of the warp. Raise the armor of your contempt and snuff it out.
But yeah, they eventually decided, yeah, we should probably have a separate Chaos Demons book, and they should each have like different, you know, they should be different and more distinct, and we'll do like separate armies for them. So they did, and I still have that book. So they basically split the Chaos, the forces of Chaos, into Chaos Marines and Chaos Demons. So they became 2 separate armies. The funny thing is the demons, you could use the same models for fantasy and for decay. So that's what you would do. It made them a really popular army because, well, you could use them for both.
The champion lies defeated. Think they can stop us. Leave all their delusions. Hold this ground. My own eyes to see. Stabilizing cycles. Reloading.
That said though, when I say that I've not played it for a long time from the tabletop, and of course I've therefore not been bothering to buy new books and things, because why would you when it's like 30-40 quid a book or whatever. I think you can just get them digitally now, or it's free to get the books but they're charging for models or something. I think they've changed it since, but I know that on the edition after the one I played, it was they started separating out all the Space Marines into their own separate chapters with slightly distinct units and rules. But it were mostly you were just buying the book about all like the fluff for each chapters. So they made the Space Marine chapters more distinct. But then they figured, well, we've done it with Space Marines, let's do it with everything else. So there was then a Black Legion Chaos Marines book, and then these guys, a Thousand Suns book. And I was reading like some, well not reading, I was watching a YouTube video that went into like the lore as to what's happened between Space Marine 1 and 2. And they kind of explain, yeah, you're against the Thousand Suns in this one, those are the Chaos Forces they've teased. And apparently the reason why when you kill them they turn to dust is because it's something to do with like sorcery placed on them by their chapter librarian or something that binds them to their armour. It like makes them immortal, but when their armour's destroyed they go with it. They're like turned to dust or something, but they'll live forever as long as their armour isn't destroyed. Something along those lines. Again, I'm not massively well read on this part because after I'd stopped reading all the fluff and getting the codices. That said, right, there's our armour back. But yeah, the actual demons coming at us, these little impy looking things, no idea what they are. Funny thing, the first iteration of the demons codex, basically Tzeentch troops, like you didn't really have melee units. I think the closest thing you would have would be pink and blue horrors, but they were more ranged units. Like they would charge into battle, and while charging would literally like... Oh god, here we go. I guess they're the equivalent of those spores of chaos. Literally just elbowed me in the face and snapped my neck. This is going to be difficult. But yeah, the initial demon armies, like yeah, Tzeentch didn't have melee units, completely ranged. The closest thing like pink horrors and stuff. There were some neutral units like hounds and furies. But if you wanted melee, you'd have to add some corn units to your army. I think these melee units and that got added in to flesh out the roster, so that each demon of chaos, or each god of chaos could have its own armor.
Raise the armor of your contempt and snuff it out.
Look! It shrinks from us!
Then keep close and endure. We must disrupt the spell.
I really wish that I had some frags right now. ranged shite. Get here. Sitting there shooting me. That's the problem, I've lost half my health now. Because this guy just decided to have a pop. Git.
Munitions secured.
Funny thing though, I actually liked getting like loads of squads in my army and putting like marks and banners of each on them. Basically, the reason why you'd usually play Black Legion.
Observe this location.
The reason you play Black Legion is because they're basically Chaos Undivided. They haven't got allegiance to any particular Chaos God, so you can law-wise, you can still have your army being law-friendly, and no one going, you can't have a Khorne unit in your 1,000 Suns army. That's not right. You don't get people saying that if you're just playing Black Legion. You can just say, look, I'm just going to include whatever the hell I like. And they can't say anything, because law-wise, the Black Legion are all the Chaos units under one banner. And are therefore better. Because what you can then do is go, okay, I'll give my ranged units, I'll give all my ranged units a mark or banner or whatever of each. You'd go and do that, right? You'd give them banners each, and that would give that entire squad an +1 to invulnerability save. What happens if they don't have an invulnerability save? Then it gives them one of a 5+. So you just get them an invulnerability save, which is really awesome. You give all your melee units chain axes and bolt pistols and marks of Khorne, or even better, just literally have Khorne berserkers. We'll get that stim used as well before we get too late. But yeah, you would do that with your Khorne units. Well, with your melee units, you'd put invulnerability on the range, and on your big shock troopers that are going to be holding objectives and things, you give them Mark of Nurgle, or use like Plague Marines or something, because they had it built in.
Words as hollow as your fallen brothers. You at least can still bleed. I am down.
That range damage is way too much.
Keep your head. I have you.
And it doesn't count as progress towards the objective while we're doing this. But this does.
No victory for you here.
But yeah, you would put Mark of Nurgle, which gives +1 toughness on your big troopers that you're going to use to hold objectives. And then you would just let that rip. Get him!
The heretic sorcerer victory is undone. Lieutenant Titus to Lance of Jove, status report.
We're patched up along our way.
See you at the objective.
The Emperor protects.
Lance of Jove, stand by for extraction.
Affirmative.
So what were they trying to get at? Is this our missing
In the name
Magos?
of the Emperor, open the doors!
It would appear so.
Morius lose.
I owe you my existence.
Come with us.
To where?
The battle barge.
Compliance, but I must speak with Archmagus Nozick at once.
He's dead.
Dead?
You are to replace him. Lose.
Approaching battle barge, docking in 1 minute.
The power source. It's dangerous.
I have spent my life studying it. I assure you it's quite safe. In the right hands.
Arrogance.
Arrogance.
Why must the Mechanicus meddle with the unknown?
We follow the will of the Omniscient.
Go ahead.
Titus, report to Captain Akaran immediately on arrival.
Confirmed.
Titus. A Captain Titus was killed on the Forge world of Graia over a century ago. He died holding the power source in his hands. Not even an Astartes could survive power of that magnitude.
Morius lose. Come with me.
And they're getting a bit suspicious now, as they should be. Right, let's see how this goes. I imagine that we've got a few conversations to be having with our Magos friend and the captain.
We must report to Captain Akaran.
Plug those Promethean links immediately.
Administering maintenance.
I'll need a repair crew before my next flight. Take note of the battle damage of the NPCs. Armor plating is safe.
What was that between you and Luz? Irrelevant. I disagree. That is your right.
Brother, we only want to help you.
Help? You almost cost us the mission, and now you speak of help. Zaran forces report multiple contacts with Rubricate throughout the Hive City.
Still no heretic ships on scanners.
The Rubricate are using portals, but it is possible they may have been present on Avarak. Lord,
Heretic Astartes. They're showing up in every hive city on Avarax. We're already overstretched by the Tyranids. The traitors have us off guard. The Adeptus Mechanicus tell me Aurora is ready. They say the weapon will work.
sir,
I know your concerns, Titus, but we may have no choice.
can we at least warn Calgar of the danger?
Impossible. The astropathic relay on Avarax has been completely surrounded. Every attempt we've made to break through the Tyranid lines has failed.
Can we vox a message in?
There's a dead zone around the relay. Something's interfering with our vox comms.
We have to get inside.
Emperor, save me. I've tried. Now the Tyranids have launched an attack on our defenses. We're pulling back to the fortress. We'll make our final stand there.
Battlefield projection. Magnify C3. Where are you? There. The Hive Tyrant.
We've had no reports.
It's there. We kill it. We break the synaptic connection.
They'd scatter like rats.
A Hive Tyrant. A worthy adversary.
And if you're wrong, if it's not there, I cannot afford to throw men after a hunch.
Give me 2 squads.
2 squads.
We need to kill the Hive Tyrant, find whoever is jamming us, and get the message inside the relay.
6 men. That's all I can spare. Use them wisely.
Thank you.
The Emperor protects.
Right.
Lieutenant Titus,
Receiving.
attend me on the crew deck.
Acknowledged.
Here we go.
If the chaplain wishes to see you because of my transgressions, I will take full responsibility.
I gave no report. I have yet to decide if you require formal penance.
The arch-enemy lurks in the shadows of the Hive City.
Jerichus was blindsided by
Right. Let's go to church. Pray to the Emperor.
Titus, the captain has put great faith in you with this mission. Should you reach the relay, your message to Lord Calgar may determine the course of this war. Choose your words wisely.
You doubt my intentions.
It is your actions I will judge. I need not remind you of the consequences you suffered the last time. If you cannot trust in the will of the Primarch, then you are unfit for this duty.
It seems I am not the only one on this ship with concerns about your intentions. It is the chaplain's responsibility to ensure our chapter remains pure, not yours. Your erratic behavior is plain for all to see. And now, I find you have a history of it. I am doing my duty, as I was then, protecting a system from ruin.
Right. Let's look at the war gear.
There he is. Galio and I were just examining your recent diagnostic.
Galio, I object to such intrusions.
As do I. But they are queries I must fulfill.
I seek only answers. Your survival is a profound mystery that must be resolved.
Such unbridled curiosity is the gateway to ruin.
But that is where you are mistaken. Ruin is all around us, but I will soon depart for the Aurora facility on the Imperium, and there I shall close all gateways to ruin permanently. You will see.
What have we got? Something new. Instigator bolt carbine. Scallop precision carbine with 3-round bursts. Disgusting. Nope. Why has it got me with an auto bolt rifle selected? Absolutely not. Oh, we can pick plasma incinerators now. Looks like everything's available at this point. Stick with the heavy stuff. And the sword. Can I actually change that? No, I can't. Right. Can't change the righteous fury. Well. Right. Looks like we're good then. We'll head out on the next mission. But that's going to be it for the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Now, I don't think we're going to be killing a Hive Tyrant. I think that's the co-op part of this. I think that's the sort of co-op complement to the campaign. So if we played the co-op mission that goes alongside this, we'd be killing a Hive Tyrant. I think we're the ones going to be delivering the message. So obviously it makes sense, Titus is the main character, so he's going to be the one doing that. Right. I'll see you next episode for that then. I'll see you then.